Okay, for example 2, we are told to solve this inequality x minus 7 is less than 2 and 2x plus 1 is less than 9. So essentially this purple one is going to symbolize our A set, and this green one is going to symbolize our B set. Because it says the word and, that means we're thinking where they share, right? So that means that we need to figure out what the set is for the purple one and then what the set is for the green one. So we need to solve. So our goal is to get the x by itself. We have this negative 7 connected to our x, so we do the opposite, which is add 7 to both sides, okay? So once we do that, we get x is less than 9, okay? So that is going to be for our first set, or our A. And now we need to find our set B, okay? So here we have 2 times x plus 1 less than 9. Remember, pluses and minuses separate your parts. So we have this part 2x and we have the 1. So the first thing that you need to do is move your parts. It says plus 1, the opposite of plus is minus. So we subtract 1 on both sides and we're left with 2x less than 8. This 2 is connected to the x by multiplication. So to reverse multiplication, you divide on both sides, okay? And that leaves us with x is less than 4. Just a side note, remember whenever you divide by a negative, you are to flip the sign, okay? So this is what we have for our second set. So what I'm going to do is write these sets on this next board over here, and then we can go ahead and finish the problem, okay? So we are looking for where x is less than 9 and where x is less than 4, okay? So what I'm going to do first is just draw both of them on a number line. It's best if you make the number lines right on top of each other and you line the numbers up, okay? You don't have to start from 0. I would probably just start from what they gave you. So here we have a 9. So I'm gonna put a 9 here. And now it says x is less than 9. So that means we shade which way? Hopefully you guys said to the left, because remember this is negative infinity. And then over here is your positive infinity, right? So it says less than 9, so we need to shade this way. Okay, because there is not a line underneath, that means we are not including 9. So we should have an open or a closed circle. Not including means open because there's nothing in the circle, okay? And then for the green one, again, I would make it right on top of the line. Here you have infinity, over here you have negative infinity, and because you have a 9 here, I would add it here, okay? So you want everything to line up perfectly. But for our green one, or our B, we are given 4. So 4 is going to be over here. Just make sure that you do it in the proper order. You can't put 4 greater than 9, okay? So it says x is less than 4. So because there's no line, that means we're not including. So we will have an open circle. And it says less than 4. So again, we shade on that left-hand side. Okay, and now, because it said and, that means we're looking at where they share. So we want to know what area are both of these shaded in the exact same spot. So you can see that from here all the way to 4, they're shaded in the same area. So my question to you is, do they both share 4? Yes or no? Okay, hopefully you guys said no, because this one is an open circle at 4, so it's not including 4, but this one does include 4. So the way that you would write this is they share from negative infinity all the way to 4, but it does not include 4, so we have to use a parentheses. And then remember, because you're working with infinity, that's always with the parentheses, okay? So this right here would be your final answer. Okay, if you need a little recap on what is included and what is excluded, I'm going to go ahead and write that out for you guys. So we have include and we have exclude. So including, that would be brackets because you are stuck behind bars, right? And if you're the Hulk, that means you broke out of jail and you have been excluded, so you are not included. Included would be a closed circle because there's something inside of the circle, and excluded would be an open circle. Included would be an equal sign, and excluded would be a not equal to sign. And then we also have our inequality signs. So included would have the equal sign underneath the inequality sign, less than or greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. And then for excluding, it's just greater than or less than, okay? So all of these on the right hand go together, and all these on the left go together. So including will look like this, and excluding will look like that. That is something that you definitely need to memorize to be able to solve the problems. Okay.